So I want to ask you something. How many programs have you completed in the last year? I'm talking like actually completed from start to finish. And if you're like most people, the answer is 0. And here's the uncomfortable truth. Your program isn't the problem. You are. But don't worry, you're not a bad person for it. And that's because the real problem is that nobody actually taught you how to use a program properly. So today I'm going to show you why you keep quitting programs, what's actually missing, and how to finally finish a program to get the results you were after in the first place. And by the end of this video, you'll have a 5-step system to implement for any program you're working on, GMB or otherwise. Now, there are typically 3 reasons why a person quits a program. Reason 1, the honeymoon phase ends. Now, the first couple of weeks of any new program feels amazing. You know what I'm talking about? Everything's fresh, you're motivated, and you're excited. But week 3 or 4 hits, and let's be honest, it starts to feel stale. You start second guessing your choice of the program and probably go looking to see what else is out there. Don't worry, I've done the same numerous times over the years. But here's what nobody tells you, that the moment it stops feeling exciting is exactly when real progress is about to start. Now the thing is, novelty isn't progress. Adaptation is progress. And most people bail before the adaptation can happen. And we're going to talk about how to make these adaptations later on, so please stick with me. Reason 2, the shiny object. Now, social media is great for finding something cool like a new movement or a workout that looks way better than what you're currently doing. But the thing is, the person showing that cool move probably spent years mastering what you just saw in a 30-second clip. And they didn't get there by program hopping. Nope. They stuck with it, and that's why they look that way or move a certain way. Reason number 3, it's not working. This one I see all the time. A few weeks in, you're not seeing results fast enough, so you switch to something else. It's like planting a seed. You're digging it up 2 weeks later to see if it's growing, and when you don't see anything, you plant something different. The seed was fine. You're just not giving it time to grow. The core problem here is that most programs treat every single day the same. Monday, 3 sets of 10. Wednesday, 3 sets of 10. Friday, 3 sets of 10. Or some variation of that. I think you know what I'm getting at here. But the truth is, you don't feel the same every day. Some days you're fired up. Some days you're just maintaining. And some days you're dragging, and most programs don't account for that. So when you hit a day you're exhausted and can't do it as written, you think you failed. But I'm here to tell you that you didn't fail. The program failed you. And that's because it didn't teach you how to adjust. And the way to do that is by having 3 types of days. You're going to have hell yeah days. You're going to have good enough days. And you're going to have not going to happen days. Let's take a look at each of these. On your hell yeah days, you're going to feel great. You're recovered, you're focused, and you're ready. And this is when you push. You add reps, slow it down, hold positions longer, decrease rest. This is your make progress day. Next are good enough days. And to be honest, these are most days. You're not really fired up, but you're not dragging either. You show up, you do the work, maintain your capacity, and you stay consistent. This is your foundation. And honestly, about 70% of your training is going to look like this. Now, the last day is the not going to happen day. And this is where life happened. You're tired, you're stressed, and you're just not feeling it. Now, I'm not saying skip these days, but you will need to scale back by either doing fewer reps, easier variations, or just some mobility work. You still show up, but you don't force it. This is about sustainability, so I don't want you to beat yourself up when you have one of those not going to happen days. But here's the key. You're doing the same program, similar movements, just adjusted differently by changing the intensity based on what you need that day. Do this and it keeps you engaged, prevents boredom, and lets you stick with something long enough to actually get results. And that's why I'm saying that you don't need a new program. You just need to know how to make those micro adjustments to the one you're currently working on. Now, I want you to understand that depth beats novelty. And here's what happens when you actually stick with something. Number 1, you learn your body. Now, when you do the same movements over time at different intensities, you start to understand how your body responds by noticing patterns. Maybe your hips are tight on Monday after a week in soccer. Maybe your shoulders feel better when you warm up longer. Or maybe that weird knee thing only happens when you rush the progression. And this self-knowledge is worth more than 1,000 different exercises. Now, number 2 is that you see real progress. Just think about it this way. Week 1, you're struggling with the basics. By week 3 or 4, those same basics are going to feel pretty easy. Now by week 7 or 8, you're ready for the next variation. And you can only see this progress when you stick with something. Program hoppers never make it past the beginning stages, and they end up stuck in that same place forever. And number 3 is that you build actual capability. Now, I'm 53 years old and I can get in and out of a deep squat with ease. And it's not because I tried every single squat variation on the internet. It's because I was consistent and worked the same foundational squat patterns for over 20 years at different intensities. This depth of understanding creates real capability. And once you have that depth, you can play with novelty without getting confused or lost. Now, something I get asked all the time is, Ryan, how can you not get bored doing the same thing over and over? But here's the truth. I don't get bored because I'm not doing it the same way every time. When you learn to adjust intensity, the same movement never feels the same twice. A bear crawl on a hell yeah day feels completely different than a bear crawl on a good enough day. And the variety you're looking for, it's already there in the intensity adjustment. You just didn't know you were allowed to access it. So here's a 5-step system you can follow right now. Step 1, the honest assessment. I want you to look at something that you recently quit and be honest with yourself. Did you quit because the program was bad? Or did you quit because you didn't know how to adjust it when you had a bad day or a bored day? Step 2, I want you to pick one program. Seriously, just choose one program that's comprehensive and covers strength, mobility, and control. Commit to 2 months minimum, not 2 weeks. 2 months. And step 3, use the 3-day framework. Every training day before you start, ask yourself, what type of day is this? Is it a hell yeah day? Is it a good enough day? Or is it a not gonna happen day? Then adjust your intensity. Same exercises, different effort level. Step number 4, track beyond numbers. Don't just track reps and weight. Track how you feel. Track how you're moving in daily life, and track how you're sleeping. That's because real progress shows up in ways numbers don't capture. And step number 5, the 2-month assessment. At the end of 2 months, I want you to honestly assess the following. Do I understand these movements better? Am I moving better in daily life? And do I feel more capable? Now, if yes, you've earned the right to try something else if you truly want to. If no, give it another month. That's because you're probably just starting to see real progress. I know this works, and that's because we have it built into every single one of our programs. And we're not just giving you exercises and saying good luck. We teach you how to use them. Progression guidance that helps you understand when to push, when to maintain, with reflection prompts that teach you to listen to your body. And this isn't just about exercises, it's about actual physical education. Remember, you aren't broken, and no, you don't have commitment issues. You just haven't been taught the skill that makes commitment possible. And the people who are really strong and capable aren't program hoppers. They found something comprehensive and went deep. They learned to adjust, to listen, and to trust the process long enough to see it work. And that can be you when you use the 5-step system that I laid out for you today. Speaking of systems, check out this next video where I lay out a simple system to help keep you training forever.